Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. We got a whole bunch of new climbs today. I did go climbing yesterday, so I thought I was going to be tired, but I didn't do any of these climbs, so these are all fresh first look at flashes or, first attempts. What you're seeing here is unfiltered, except there is one climb that I didn't record my first try on, but I'll point that out when we get there. So starting off here, did this yellow one, nice and easy, like most yellows are for myself. I think all yellows at this point. Greens also nice and easy for myself. Happy with that. Nice little bump up there. Get the hands up. Match the two hands right next to each other. And then we can stand up and get up and over the crux. Then we have this purple one, which I thought was pretty fun. Nice little undercling here, and then I step through. Reach my hand up, step up onto the volume, one hand up, match onto that. Got some really nice feet here. And I actually like this top out here because they give you nice feet, decent hands, and they kind of, push you a little bit out of your comfort zone. I then went over to do this red one here. I just kind of did all the easy ones that I felt like I could do super quickly over there on that wall. Then got my feet up here. Stepped up, climbed up and over, and done. Up next, we got this blue climb here. Now, this is the climb that I tried this one time today, prior to recording this, so this is actually my second attempt here. I got to right here and I fell off, but I played it a lot slower. I made sure my feet were set, my hands were solid, every time I made a move, and that's kind of what helped me a lot with this climb here. Got that right foot, and then here I had to just reach up just a little bit. I was able to, this holds amazing. Then swap my feet around quite a bit, use this little bit of volume here, push myself up, kind of like you're getting out of a swimming pool. Boom. Super happy with that climb. I felt V5 was appropriate for it, and you might think, wow, this orange climb also a V5. That's a little ambitious. It's two colors harder than a blue. But I found this climb to be significantly more difficult for me than the blue climb. Maybe it might have been a little less intuitive, and a little more technical. But I still think those should play a role in the grade for it. So that's kind of why I gave it a V5. But if you disagree with me, let me know. I'm always happy to hear other people's opinion on it. Maybe you climb this and you're like, nah, Tony, actually, all you had to do was just like do this one like very obvious move that I might have missed, and hey, I'm more than happy to be like, yep, that is correct. I actually completely missed that. But this is my opinion as well. The first couple attempts, I got stuck on this like Gaston move. I then made it to here, and again, I was trying to put my foot onto that start hold, and I slipped off there a second time. Third time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna like really just like dig the heck out of my toe into this like left start hold here. Again, got my hands up, really pulled hard on this Gaston here. I almost fell there, that's why I kind of pinched it a little bit. Then I like really dug into it, pressed super hard, and then here I was able to just use that hold, do a little foot swap right there in the middle, get the left foot over, and right from here I felt super confident. Got that hand up. I was like, okay, let's be extra precautious with our feet. Got the right hand up, and here I kind of do a little foot swap. Boop, right there. Get that right foot up onto that hold, and then I stand, grab the top. Super happy I got that one done. And here's another, maybe it might be a hot take, but I was talking to a friend at the gym today about this climb specifically. The top out, there is no holds to top out. You kind of have to mantle a hold to top out, and there's really like nothing to grab onto. There's not like a great edge or anything. And so I'm curious everyone's opinion on what you think should be like an appropriate, should there be a top out hold? Should like the top out hold make it hard? Like should there not be a top out hold on harder climbs because that's like part of the difficulty, or kind of what's your thought? Because I made it, I essentially flashed the climb. This red climb, I feel like I can talk over this and not lose out too much. But that black climb, I did flash it. That was my first attempt there. Made it all the way to the top, but the fact that I had nothing to grab onto, and I had to like risk I had to do a relatively risky move on a hardish like climb to make it to the top. It didn't feel like it was worth it, but that's my 2 cents. Now onto this purple one. This one was actually, I think, kind of like a funny climb I did here, where I really tried with all my might to use this volume here as a foothold, but it is just entirely made of that dual text material, and so it's incredibly slippery. So instead, I just kind of resort to reaching up to this hold here, and then kind of popping my left foot up onto a little foothold there, standing up, and then once I grabbed onto this here, it was game over for the climb. So I got up there, pressed up, boom, nice and finished. Onto this black one though. Here, I just struggle with this start move. I gotta figure out the start move, but the friend that I was actually having a discussion about the previous black climb, he gave me some really nice beta for this move here. Now, previously when I tried it, I didn't do this little foot swap, and that made that move so much less dynamic and static. Didn't quite hit that one there, but got a little nice fun pizzazz. And now this purple one I'm not gonna make it look easy, but I was working with a different friend at the gym working on this climb, and as I was kind of trying to give him some beta that would help him, I realized, okay, this is like, depending on the climbing style you use, you can make a pretty easy route. So I felt, while I probably made it look like a V3 because I did big moves and more muscly things, there were a lot more elegant ways that I feel like you could do it that he ended up implementing that make it a lot easier. But overall, super happy with my day of climbing. I felt really strong today, so definitely nothing I can complain about. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, give me your opinions on everything, and then yeah, as always, keep on climbing.